So today we're going to talk about a bit of a controversial topic. I think we can agree when it comes to these frauditors. And we're going to talk about filming the police. Now, I want to preface this video by saying that accountability for any official with power or authority, it needs to be there. So I personally do not have a problem with filming the police, but let's evaluate and dig a little deeper and see if the right to filming the police is completely unfettered, as these frauditors like to say. So let's have a look at a frauditor and watch him, well, you'll see.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this is for the record.
How's it going? Deputy B. Chavez. Good. How you doing? Good. Ready for your day? Are you gonna get off, or are you coming in?
I get off in the afternoon. Oh,
all right. Got in early. All right.
After.
How was the day so far?
It's good.
You good?
Okay.
Putting in reports or
All that stuff every day, man. Busy.
Give me an idea of the first thing you do when you clock in. You go to a debriefing or a meeting or anything?
I usually go to district court. I'm assigned to district court, so we just do perimeters and walk around and just it's more like you deal with the public more in a friendly manner there at the district courthouse. So yeah.
I would hope so. That would be that would be professional to do. You know what I mean? And,
hey, it was nice talking to you, and I gotta get going.
Okay. Do you have?
Talk to my friend who's also law enforcement officer.
For you know what I mean, for all the public, have time for the public if you got the time, you know what I mean. If you're not in a rush.
Nope.
I would like to ask one more thing.
Sure, go ahead. Let me just throw this cup real quick. Go ahead. What do you need to know, sir?
The First Amendment. Do you know the First Amendment? Put you in a tight spot.
Here's the deal. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm here to talk to you friendly. I'm not.
Oh, this is friendly. This is a friendly thing.
No.
Have a good day. So,
please get that out of my face, because I'm not working. Okay?
That's okay.
So
you're out here in public.
okay. Well, I'm telling you.
Do you want to get this guy out of my face? He's coming to my
This
face.
is-
You're coming to my face. I'm not going to your face.
We're following us. Then
I got a right to go this way. I got a right to go this way. You're in the public. I don't know who you think you are.
Who are you? Who do you think you are?
I'm the press right here on my shirt, buddy.
Come on, bro. You can't even spell.
I'll have to record tyrants like you.
Now, there's a couple of things that I want to address towards the end of this video about this interaction, but there's two things initially that I observed. Number one, I think the use of the word tyrant is overused by these auditors, and they need to stop. I mean, there have been some legitimate tyrants in modern history, and the police are not one of them. They don't classify as that. But in this case, I think the second officer that was off duty definitely had a quick trigger, which did escalate the situation. But as we'll see shortly, not to the point where the auditor takes it. Let's keep watching.
People who think they own the whole goddamn world.
Yeah.
Because they got a badge, huh?
One with the phone right there. Exactly.
Yeah, recording fucking piece of shit.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, get all defensive when you get asked the First Amendment. Yeah, that's the way it is. And your partner too.
A few moments later.
This is the perfect example of cops that don't like to be recorded. Yeah, this guy got out of hand, tried telling me what to do.
Let me go live.
You're gonna be a YouTube star, man.
It's okay.
A YouTube star. What's your name and badge number?
I don't have to give you
Name
nothing.
and badge number.
Am I on duty? Am I on duty? No, I don't have to tell you.
I don't need to.
I don't have to tell
I'll
you
find out
nothing.
who you are. I'll find out who you are. I'm investigating.
Good luck. Good luck.
I'm doing an investigation
Good luck on
right
that.
now.
Good luck on that.
Sure, buddy.
You're pressed.
It's gonna be funny when you're gonna be one of your own
Can you
guys.
stop harassing
No,
me?
I'm investigating
No, you're
something.
harassing me by
I'm
following me all over.
investigating something
There's a difference
out
between
here in the
you.
public.
No, there's a difference between.
I
being
had
in
somebody who tried coming up to me, who tried coming straight up to my face
You're
and
following
telling me not to
Let me
record him
go.
when they came up.
Watch. He's
That's
gonna
what
follow me
happened.
again, which is.
I'm gonna try to find out who
basically
this
he's
guy, who
harassing
this,
me, 'cause I'm
who
trying
this
to
cop
walk
is
away,
when he was
and
trying
he's-
to,
and he's harassing
when he was about to try to batter me earlier, because I was recording him.
I will say that it is incredibly difficult to be objective if you're not going to be honest. I mean, here's the law on battery in New Mexico. It says battery is the unlawful, intentional touching or application of force to the person of another when done in a rude, insolent, or angry manner. Whoever commits battery is guilty of a petty misdemeanor. And that did not happen. But as they say, you have to lie to fraud it.
Doesn't know the simple law of freedom of press.
So what's
That's
your
it, right.
credentials if you're the press? Where's your credentials?
The First Amendment is my
Where-
credentials.
Oh, okay. That's
First
what I thought.
Amendment is my credentials. The Constitution.
Well, you know what? Why don't you just leave me alone?
As an officer, I would think you would know these things
You know
here.
what? Leave
As an
me
officer,
alone.
you should know these.
Everybody that's on YouTube, he's harassing me now by he's following me, and I'm trying to walk away. That's
I'm
harassment.
an investigator, and I'm investigating this person that tried battering me earlier. Came up to me,
Well,
and to come to find out, he's really a cop. And this guy,
I'm
this.
not.
Oh, well, you must be a C. Oh, no. Oh, yes, you are. That's what your buddy said earlier. Don't you remember? That was recorded.
I'm
Well,
not.
I forgot what
That's
he
funny.
called you.
Go ahead. That's
I'll have
right.
to-
Go,
I'll
go ask
record
him
it,
across the
baby.
street.
See.
Go ask him
We'll see
across
what
the
he
street.
says. I'll have to go through my the
Yeah.
video again, see what he.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I forgot what he called you. Officer something. Don't get all butthurt when people are recording you. You're being recorded everywhere. There's cameras everywhere.
So I think all this really leads into the main question that people ask, and that is, what specific rights does a person have when it comes to filming a police officer? And the law is very clear. A person has the right to film the police while they're engaging in their duties as a police officer. Now, the key word here is engaging in their duties. What does that mean? Well, I was doing a little research and I found a really interesting case that really breaks this down. From 2011 actually specifies what type of filming is allowed. What do I mean? Well, the case in the opinion, it goes on to say that in summary, a citizen's right to film government officials, including law enforcement officers, in the discharge of their duties in a public space is basic, vital, and well-established liberty safeguarded by the First Amendment. So I think this raises a very interesting question, and that is, can a person film an officer who is off duty in the same manner that they would an officer engaging in their duties, like a traffic stop or an arrest? And the answer is sort of. I'm not really sure. But there's a huge difference. There's an officer engaging in their duties versus one that is not engaging in their duties. Now let's watch the rest of the video, and then I'm going to bring up another point.
And you want to tell me not to record you? I can record anything I see in public.
And that was for the record.
Now, something that the officer repeatedly mentioned was harassment, and that it was harassment that he was following him around with a camera. So let's actually look at New Mexico's law on harassment. It says, harassment consists of knowingly pursuing a pattern of conduct that is intended to annoy, seriously alarm, or terrorize another person that serves no lawful purpose. The conduct must be such that it would cause a reasonable person to suffer substantial emotional distress. Some states have a provision where it states that if a person is following an individual in a public place, it constitutes the harassment. But that's not listed here, so I won't go to that extent. But when you look at the video, what do we see? We see him annoying and at this point terrorizing, and on a lesser degree, but still terrorizing this officer, even though he was off duty. So there was no accountability. There was nothing taking place that indicates that he was filming the officer in the course of his duties. This was an off-duty officer, and yeah, it was harassment. So the way I see it and the way the law is written and for the most part understood, filming of the police is typically done when an officer is engaging in his duties. But if an officer is off duty and is in plain clothes and is simply trying to go home or go to a supermarket, it does constitute to harassment to harass them, to annoy and alarm them, to follow them around and treat them as they would treat an officer that's on duty. Let's have a look at another example of this frauditor engaging in what he likes to call a cop watch.
Why? I was just my cane is off.
Nice bikes, guys.
My cane is home. It isn't for the same. We're supposed to. Oh, I forgot I have my body armor.
Hydrate. Stay hydrated, man. Well, when you guys go out there, be careful, you know. And treat people with respect, and
I do every day.
I hope so, man. I hope so. Remember your oath to the Constitution. Remember, those are our brothers and sisters out there that you're taking care of. And sometimes them tickets aren't always helping. You know what I mean? It does more harm than.
Sometimes what?
Sometimes them tickets you write out does more harm than.
How does it do harm?
Than help. Well, people ain't got money to be. You know, every dollar they have to take to the court, you know, it takes $1 out from their house payment or their car payment.
But if they're out there speeding, man, and they're causing problems for the rest of society by crashing into people or being dangerous to society by speeding or whatever else, then that's not good either, right?
That's not good. That's not good. But what would be good is that you just pull them over, give them the warning, tell them, hey,
Okay,
be
so
careful,
what about the
guys.
guy that I pulled over several people multiple times for the same reason. And the first time I did give them warnings. Is that okay then? Like they just continued the behavior because I only gave them a warning and I didn't.
Ultimately, they'll be responsible. Ultimately, they're going to be responsible one way or another.
Well, right, but do you want them to be responsible when they're crashing into you? And
No, I don't. That's when I do want them to be responsible. Yeah.
Should at the speed limit? You know what I mean?
That's when I do want them to be responsible. Is when they do cause someone harm.
Hurt someone though?
When they
Or would you
cause
rather
someone
try
harm.
to prevent that by stopping them when they're speeding.
You do want to prevent it,
Right.
but you don't want to prevent it at causing them, you know, another form of harm.
I don't
It's
really
not
care about the
physical.
speed, but there's got to be some reason to hold them.
It's not physical.
I love how this officer is calling him out on his BS. He's coming up trying to ask the officer, oh, don't violate people's rights, don't give them tickets. And this officer's asking legitimate questions that you can tell the frauditor isn't really prepared to respond. But again, this is a cop watch, I guess. There's nothing wrong with this per se. The officer isn't engaged in his course of in his duties. I mean, he's looks like he's preparing to leave. But again, you're talking about, you know, filming police for the sake of filming tyranny, and I'm just not seeing it.
You know what holds them accountable?
All right, if you're gonna keep cutting me off, you don't need to have a. I was trying to have a conversation.
Oh,
You keep
okay.
cutting me
I'm
off.
sorry. I don't mean to cut you
You're
off.
not willing to have the conversation with me.
Oh,
then we don't
I
need to have
can.
the conversation.
I can. I
was
can
trying
let
to
you
have a
speak.
good conversation with you and actually explain our side of things.
I hear you, and I understand. I hear you, buddy. But I'm just saying, you know, I know you.
To tell your side and not wanting to listen to my
Oh,
side.
okay, I'm listening to your side, and you know, people continuing speeding, you know, can cause someone harm, and I think you're right. And I wish people would be more responsible out there. But I just think charging him all the time isn't the.
Uh-oh, no.
All right, man. Be careful out there. All right, be careful out there, man.
I'll say what I say about a lot of these videos, and that is I don't understand the purpose of that upload. I mean, I don't see any corruption being exposed. I don't see any journalism. I just don't see it. But again, we're talking about a person's constitutional rights. And you know what? Filming the police, there's nothing wrong with. Harassing the police, that is a problem. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hey, see you guys next time.